Hello everyone, welcome back to another Super Scientist video. My name is Miss Liz. Today we're going to be conducting an experiment called Density Science. So before we get started, if you registered for this program, you should have received a science kit that looks like this that contains everything you will need for today's project. If you did not register for today's program, that is more than okay. You can, of course, as always, still follow along at home by using any materials you may have at home. Alright, so to get started, let's quickly go over what we will be needing for today's experiment. So in your bags here, you will find a few things. You will find first a density science sheet, which I will go over in just a moment. You also will find 4 clear plastic cups, as well as various cups of liquids. You have a cup of baby oil, a cup of corn syrup, and a cup of vegetable oil, and you also have 4 marbles. In addition to those things, you will also be needing some things from home, including water. Just tap water from the sink is fine. And you also will be needing a permanent marker, as well as a pencil or pen or some kind of writing utensil. So what we're going to do today is we're going to begin prepping our experiment. Then we're going to talk a little bit about what exactly density is, and then we're going to conduct the experiment and observe our results. So the first step is labeling our clear plastic cups. That way we know which substance is which. So the 4 substances we're going to be working with today are water, baby oil, corn syrup, and vegetable oil. They're also all written in your supply sheet if you kind of need a reminder. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your permanent marker and label your cups. I already have mine labeled and ready to go. Again, you're going to label them with water, vegetable oil, baby oil, and corn syrup. So take a moment to do that. And then we are going to fill our cups with the appropriate liquids. So I recommend filling your water cup last, because that's the only substance that isn't already measured out for you. So if we pour out our vegetable oil, baby oil, and corn syrup first, then we can eyeball and see how much water we'll need to pour in our water cup. That way all of the liquids have relatively the same amount in them. So I'm going to start with my vegetable oil. I'm going to point my camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Pretty simple. We're just filling the appropriate cup with the correct liquid. So I have vegetable oil here, pouring it in my cup marked vegetable oil, and we're going to continue doing the same with baby oil and corn syrup. All right, I have my baby oil poured out. Next is corn syrup. You might need a spoon to get all the corn syrup out. Corn syrup is pretty thick and pretty sticky, so you might need a utensil to help scrape all of it out. All right, you can set those empty cups aside. We are done using them. And like I said, now we're going to fill our cup with water. Now that we kind of see that our corn syrup, baby oil, and vegetable oil all have relatively the same amount, now we can kind of eyeball how much water we'll need to put in our water cup. I already have some tap water from the sink poured out here, so I'm just going to measure it out in my water cup. And now we are prepped and ready to go. So what we're going to be doing for today's experiment is we are going to be conducting a marble run. So we're going to be placing all 4 of those marbles into these 4 cups. We're going to do 1 marble at a time in 1 cup. And we're going to see how quickly that marble sinks to the bottom. You can use a stopwatch or a timer on like a cell phone if you wanted to be super accurate with the time. I don't think I'm going to do that just because the marbles sometimes move so quickly that you won't really have enough time to use a stopwatch. But again, if you wanted to use a stopwatch or use like the timer app on your cell phone, you are more than welcome to do that. So now let's talk a little bit about what exactly density means. There is a definition on your record sheet here, so you can kind of get a little bit of a better understanding of what density means. So density is defined as how much space a substance takes up, which is also known as its volume, in relation to the matter of that object or substance, which is its mass. So for example, water is a pretty fluid liquid, right? You can run something right through water and you don't really have to worry about that object moving too slowly through water. That's why people are able to swim, because their bodies just move fluidly throughout the water. In fact, a fun fact, professional swimmers, when they're training to swim, they don't shave any of their body hair. Even women won't like shave their legs or anything when they're training for swimming events, because it slows them down. Even though the hair on your legs might not be very thick, even that little bit of hair on your legs is going to slow you down. And then before a big race, they shave their legs, they shave all their body hair, and then they move super quickly throughout the water because they're used to carrying that little bit of weight through the density of water. But other liquids, like baby oil, vegetable oil, or corn syrup, are a little bit more dense. They're a little thicker. So objects like marbles might move more slowly through them because there's more mass in those liquids. So like I said, we're going to use our marbles to test out how much density are in these different liquids. But before we do that, we're going to use our record sheet to make a quick prediction. So if you are unfamiliar with what the word prediction means, to make a prediction or to make a hypothesis basically means to make an educated guess. So it means to take all of your prior knowledge, all the things you already know about the substances and materials we're working with, and make an educated guess. So there are two questions here on your record sheet. The first question is, which substance is the most dense? The second question is, will the marble move the quickest? So which substance is going to provide the quickest route for that marble? And all you have to do, like I have done here, is place X's in the boxes for which guess you'd like to make. So I'm going to share my guesses with you, but I want you all to make your own predictions. So I guessed that corn syrup is the densest liquid, just because, like I mentioned earlier, corn syrup is really thick, it's really sticky. I'm kind of thinking that it has the most density in it, especially compared to the other liquids we're working with. I also guessed that our marble is going to move the quickest through baby oil, just because baby oil is really smooth, it's really slick, so I thought maybe that smoothness would help the marble move quickest throughout. But I might be wrong, so let's test out these theories and see what happens. So like I said, take a moment to fill out your own record sheet, take a moment to think about what prediction you'd like to make, and then we will get started. So I'm going to point my camera downward so you can see what I'm doing. And I have my 4 marbles here, and like I mentioned earlier, we're going to drop each marble in each cup one at a time. After you drop your marble in your cup, make sure you observe as the marble is dropping down. That way you can see if it's moving slowly, if it's moving quickly, or what exactly is going on. So let's start first with water. You don't have to start first with water, but I'm just going to do that one first. So I'm just going to drop my marble in, and it pretty much sank right to the bottom right away. Next is corn syrup. This is our thickest one, so it might move a little bit more slowly. And as you can see here, I dropped it in and it still hasn't gotten to the bottom. It looks like it's kind of stuck in the middle. So that one definitely has much more mass in it than water. Next is baby oil. And that one also went pretty quickly. And vegetable oil. Also pretty quickly. All right, so that was a pretty quick experiment, but hopefully you learned something new regardless. So just from the quick observation we did right now, it kind of seems like water and baby oil might be a tie. Corn syrup definitely moved the slowest. The marble moved the slowest through the corn syrup, so that lets us know that the corn syrup is the most dense substance out of the 4 we tested here. If you wanted to extend this experiment, you can use other supplies at home. Other materials I was thinking that would be good for this experiment include dish soap or maybe honey. Those are liquids that are a little bit more thicker in comparison to water. So that might be interesting to test out, especially in comparison to corn syrup. So have fun with this experiment. Use some different materials at home if you'd like. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.